Oh, what happened?
I just slit my wrist.
And then I noticed blood on the boards up there and blood on the tool. Said goodbye to an old friend. And we just kind of spent some time remembering him.
He's been a big part of our family for so long.
All right, y'all. Welcome back. You're watching the Green Dream Project. Jim here. There's Jess. Working hard. Hey, girl. But while she's working hard, I want to show you something that I did the other day. All right, so the other day, we actually had a visit from Jess's brother, Peter. And while he was here, I put him to work. We actually went into the shipping container over there, all the way into the back, and we pulled out a little something that we kept with us from the city, from our other life. I'm kind of excited to have it out here. Let me show you what's going on. Yeah, that's right. It might seem kind of unusual, but one of the things I kept with us from our life in the city is our Bowflex machine. Now you might be asking yourself, why do you guys need a Bowflex machine? You guys are out here busting your butt every day. Should need some kind of weird exercise equipment. And I might agree with you, but there are times like now where we're not like filling bags, shoveling dirt, where it's not quite as physically taxing. So I thought it would be a great idea. Jess agrees too. She wanted us to pull this out here as well. To have this during the downtimes just to sort of keep up our physical fitness. Keep up our strength, keep up our endurance. A little bit of a city workout off grid. I might add a little bit of extra equipment, some kind of simple workout routines to go along with this, but this will be a nice addition and I'm kind of excited to have it out here. Now the big question is, where are we going to put this thing? And it's definitely going underneath our rain roof over here. We got a bunch of stuff, a bunch of building materials here, doors, windows, things that we might use for our build. So I might have to kind of clear out some of this area, get it into another place, and I might put it under here. We got big plans for what's happening under here as well. So I'll kind of pick a spot for it. We'll get it leveled off, but there's going to be a lot of changes coming to this area in the future. But now we got a cool little piece of workout equipment out here where we can kind of keep up our strength and endurance for when we get to that next dome build. All she wrote, huh? Looks good. Now I have something else cool to show you, besides workout equipment. So we've been using these little metal staplers, and man, we've had these things for, I can't even tell you, like over a decade. We actually got these when we were in school together. So she has one, I had one, and one's definitely broke. This one is on the way out. It served its purpose, but you know, for doing work like this, these things are pretty tough on the hands, and they're not very effective. These staples they don't really go in that far, if they go in at all. So, the other day, I picked this up. Wah! That's right, got myself a battery-powered Ryobi Stapler. I'm excited to try this thing out. I'm thinking this should be much easier, whether it's Jess or me up there. Be a lot easier on the hands. Go a lot quicker, and hopefully the staples will actually go into the wood. So let's do a little unboxing and we'll see how this works. So let's open this baby up and see how it looks. It's got a little bit of staples to get you going. Operator's manual. It's got that new tool smell. It's got a warning tag, but I can't understand either side of the direction, so we'll just take that off and all right, I'm ready to get to work. I'm interested in finding out how to load these staples. That might be good to know. These staples are wrapped up pretty tight. I feel like some of these staples might be bent up. Come on, Ryobi, you can do better than that. Well, it fits. I hope it doesn't jam. Some of them are a little bent, but otherwise, it loads pretty easy. And supposedly with this dial, you can set the depth of the staple. You got your drive force indicator right here. Interesting, interesting. All right, so I got my Ryobi battery right here. I'm just gonna pop this in. All right, let's test it out. You've been busy. What is that, a silver? How is it painting in a oddly shaped jar like that?
It's so hard to get in there.
All right, this is the trouble spot. This is the spot I was having trouble with before. Let's see if it works. Here goes nothing, y'all. Or everything. I don't know. Staples are coming out. What's going on?
Did you read the instructions?
I never read the instructions. I'll come back with you later. So, how long does this got to cook for again?
40 minutes. Well, I put the glass in there while the grill's heating up, and then we'll keep it in there for 40 minutes, and then I'll just keep it in there as everything's cooling down too, because I'm afraid of, you know, sudden temperature changes. The glass, it might break.
So walk us through what happened here. That glass plate looks pretty good.
Yep, but there are some cracks on these jugs.
Think they'll be okay?
I think it will be, yeah, just as long as there's no cracks on the bottom, which, you know, the bottom's pretty thick, so I'm gonna maybe reinforce the crack lines with some glue, and then should be fine.
These ones were tough to cut too, I'll tell you that.
Yep.
This thing's going on an adventure.
Yeah, let's hope these don't crack.
It was much colder when we put it in there this morning too.
It was,
so
yeah.
maybe now that it's a little warmer, it won't be as bad.
I don't know.
We'll see.
I mean, maybe, do you think it's an issue that these might be thinner?
Those are definitely thinner.
So,
We'll see. What's that?
325. Not one.
Any in there? Alright, so I'll admit it. Sometimes it's good to get some instructions. Of course, the Ryobi instructions are never any help, but saw a quick video, YouTube, always a big help. So my assumption, this works just like the old staplers, and that you put them in up here. That's not the case. Got to load it up here at the bottom. The legs facing up. Now I know. Then the battery. Staple. Well, now I gotta head up to the top of the eaves and start stapling some boards. Oh, we got a storm outside.
Someone suggested putting foil inside of the bottles.
Was it me?
No. I think in a comment or something. So I was gonna try that. We got some aluminum foil here. That's the most reflective stuff I think we got. So I'm gonna try just wrapping the inside of bottles with some foil and see if that brings in even more light.
All right, let's see if we're about to have another anticlimactic moment. Hey, we got it. Looking good. Make sure it's at the max depth too. Oh no, what happened?
I just slit my wrist.
Oh shoot.
I can put it back together.
Oh, I don't know. You gonna give it a shot? Good luck. Let me know if you need let me know if you need me to cut another jug. Oh, that's dangerous. Is that piece of glass in your hand?
I slit my wrist. No, there's glue. There's glue on it, so it's like glued to my hand.
Jeez. You're gonna wash that up first? Actually discovered, if you can hold these boards tight together, this Ryobi stapler actually does a pretty decent job. Nice. Does the trick. Alright, how's it going in here? No more slit wrists?
No.
Did you glue that one up nice and tight?
Yes.
Alright y'all, so I got a few pieces cut already, and I'll be cutting into the night. Basically, I'm going to be using this roll of screen material, cutting 2-foot pieces, and then I'll be putting it around the boards that I have up there. I need to cut about 30 of these, so it's a lot of cutting. And hopefully I have enough material to do it. It goes pretty quick though. You about to start more painting?
No.
So what are you doing with these plates?
I'm gonna attach them to each other.
So these are plates you already glued?
I'm gluing them and taping them.
Alright y'all, got all my screen cut, got my stapler. I'm gonna head up on top and get these all in place, at least as much as I can. I don't think I actually have enough screen to get all the way around. Not a big rush on this because I think it's gonna be a little bit before we get to the ferro cement. So, but that's okay. This will be in place and I'll be ready to go when we are. Well, I snagged my thumb pretty good with the stapler. It's got some power. Be careful where you place your thumb when stapling on the other side of a board. Kind of made a mess of the, I went through the board and into my thumb a little bit. That's alright, I'll just wash it up, clean off the tool. Dang, y'all, can you believe it? Working on the second screen. Then I got punctured by the stapler. I didn't even realize I was injured. until I had been working, and then I noticed blood on the boards up there and blood on the tool, and I'm like, oh, my thumb was gushing. If you're using the stapler, be careful where you put your thumb. I have to get right back on the horse and get that screen back up there. But something has come up today. I have to take a little bit of a break on this project. I'd have to start something else. Kind of sad. Maybe I'll get into it a little bit later, but I got some digging I got to do. I'm over here by what we affectionately call the cow tree. And we call this the cow tree because a while ago when we used to have cows just kind of randomly come on our property, they would like to sit in this area because it's one of the few spots where there's actually a little bit of shade. Occasionally there'd be cows hanging out here during the day. Sometimes they'd be sleeping out here at night. Unfortunately, I have to put a little hole in this area, and it'll be the resting space for a pet that's in the family. Well, I finished the hole. Won't film anything when the guests arrive, but today is gonna be a lot sadder than anticipated, and maybe we'll talk a little bit about Toby and how long he's been with the family and how much he's meant to the family. All right, we'll be back with you later. Jess's family came over. We laid Toby to rest, said goodbye to an old friend, and we just kind of spent some time remembering him, just spending time together a little bit as a family. Honestly, when we got up this morning, we had no idea we'd be burying really a long time family friend. So here lies your parents' family dog, Toby. How long has he been with the family now?
Almost 17 years.
He was a small Shih Tzu, but he's a tough little guy, and he hung in there. You know, he was kind of sick in those last couple years. It's sad that he passed, but in a way, it's kind of good because he's probably in a lot of pain. So finally, maybe he can get some rest and just some relief from all that. Very smart dog. He was in Peter's care for a while toward the beginning, and like all animals, Toby was very attached to Peter. Had this little game that they used to play where Peter would go hiding. Someone would ask him, "Where's Peter?" And sure enough, he would get up and he would go look all over the house or whatnot, and
run around and look till he found my brother. He's, just such a little dog, but he's been a big part of our family for so long. About as long as I've known Jim. Been around through a lot.
Hanging in there. I know your parents made a huge transition coming from Wisconsin to Arizona to live closer, but I think he was hanging in there for them for that transition and making sure they got here safely and making sure they were settled in, and then I think it was finally time for him to go. But this spot has a kind of a special meaning for us, so we thought it would be a good spot to put him over here. See, we got a little memorial mound here. Act as a little marker, but also protect the ground, just so make sure nothing bothers him while he's at rest.
And my mom said she's going to paint a rock that's going to be a headstone.
Well, this day turned out to be a lot more somber than I anticipated. So we still got a lot of work to do. Obviously, I only really got started putting that screen up around the eaves, so I got to get up there. My thumb's better. It was just a little nick. But how's your wrist?
It's fine. That was also a nick, but I gotta be careful working. Stuff like that could be a lot worse.
Definitely. So we're gonna try and be a little less accident prone as we get these projects done. I got to get back up here and get some screen on there. And you're making really good progress with those bottle bricks.
Getting close to getting everything together and ready to put into the wall.
The painting's all done. They're all cooked. You're just gluing and taping everything together. So that should be coming up real soon. But thanks everyone for joining us on this video. Turned out to be a little different video than we anticipated, but that's life and that's what happens sometimes. We appreciate you guys sticking with us through the happy times and the times we can kind of joke around and have those smiles, but also the time when we share those downturns and share those tears with us. But we'll catch you in the next video, guys.